Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, I was a bit surprised to hear the state that the Golden Globes was in. Now, there's been some conversation in recent years about the relevance of award ceremonies and so forth, and apparently the Golden Globes got in trouble with a bunch of things in a bunch of years, and eventually they the networks they were working with backed away from them, and they ended up being sold to the Dick Clark company and some other company. And when they actually tried to shop around this year's awards ceremony, none of the networks were interested. Now the line on this, of course, is that award ceremonies are not relevant anymore. Nobody wants them. I think it's actually more to do with the fact that Hollywood's on strike and no one's going to want to sponsor a show, an award show with no celebrities. Like, who's going to watch that? So obviously they don't want to get involved unless that's sorted out. But why they wouldn't preface it with, well, when the strikes are over and everyone comes back. I don't know. I don't know what happened exactly, but I think it's more to do with that than the actual ceremonies. Because the reason why so many people are attacking the ceremonies in Hollywood is because there's a lot of right wing people who hate Hollywood because it's the establishment. It's got standards. It's got it's got protections. They consider it woke, and they hate it because basically what they want is they want Hollywood, they want the establishment to fail and collapse. So the independents, the right-wing independents, right-leaning independents, can take over, and they won't have any standards and guidelines, and they'll be able to put out whatever propaganda and whatever racism and homophobia and bigotry and misogyny and whatever agenda that they want to push, they can put out. And that's why it's the same thing with Comicsgate. They're constantly trashing the people who are still sort of hanging on a Comicsgate, constantly trashing the mainstream media and saying it's failing. I mean, look at Clownfish Media. Every video is how the comic industry is failing, and that it's because that's what they want people to think. It's like they think if they keep saying it, it'll make it real, and people want to hear it. Their base wants to hear it because they hate the establishment because they're not welcome. They're not welcome because they're right wing. And Hollywood does lean very left, and they are very much about protecting minorities and art and quality and intelligence and these sort of things that don't really track with the right wing. It's kind of sad. I think it's more to do with the actors' strike, and I'm sure when they do eventually end the strike and they do actually get a Golden Globes up, they will end up having it on a network because they have to have it on a network. They need it to be that big event to get the advertising and the promotion for the films and everything and for the industry. There's talk that there's positive, advantages to doing it online and for it to be a streaming event, but they really need to keep the traditional TV network event that it has always been, just like the Oscars and the Grammys and all those big awards shows. They have to sort of be these big events because they are culturally significant. That the arts need to be celebrated, and the problem is there's a lot of people who aren't interested in art, who are only interested in politics, or they can't get into the industry because they're gatekept because of their beliefs. They hate the industry and they hate Hollywood, and they just want to make it fail. And you look at these people, all their content is about the mainstream is evil. They're all woke and they're failing, and that's what they want to happen. That's what they keep putting out. And it's like you watch these videos and they'll have about 2 minutes of content about a story or something, and the rest is 20 minutes of just brainwashing, just going over the same stuff over and over again, trying to convince people who are listening, who listen every day and listen to all the videos, that this is how it is and this is what it is. And it's just really sad that these people are so hateful and bitter. And if they just stop being homophobic and racist and ugly, then they'd be able to work in the mainstream industry. They wouldn't have to destroy it and build their own sort of cottage industry of people who have their same bigoted, racist, ignorant beliefs. And it's just sad, like the more woke Hollywood gets, the more these people turn, and you get these sides getting further and further away. And you do see it does affect the ratings for the award ceremonies and stuff like that. But they're never going to go away because they are important, they are relevant, they are needed. And art and culture are important, even if people have no talent or no respect. for the arts hate it and resent it and want to destroy it, they can't, because there's too many people in the arts and too many people who love and respect it like me who will never let it die. So yeah, it's just interesting to see how people are putting a spin on this and how people are looking at it, and it's just curious all up, and I just want to talk about it for a minute. And yeah, feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think.